Your West Tigers are making some huge freaking sneaky moves that people are definitely really excited about. And as your West Tigers guru, I am so pumped to tell you that we are throwing huge money and time at Taylan May, our train and trial. And we're going to be breaking all that down, plus a little bit more and my thoughts on the whole situation. But before we do that, my name is Geordie, a diehard West Tigers fan who lives and breathes all things orange, black, and white. And if you love the Tigers as much as I do, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button down below. So, this is straight out from Daily Telegraph, sporting news. Taylan May is essentially being given this offer on the table, and we're talking $1.5 million extension. That is huge freaking money, and we're talking to the end of 2028. And we all know that this season has been one of those seasons where we've seen his impact, we've seen what he's capable of, and the way that he's come back and bounced back over adversity and time out of footy is just amazing, and that speaks a lot to him, his character, and his work ethic that him and his brother Terrell and Tyrone honestly have. And so big thanks to his parents for that. But just honestly, this is something that's going to be huge. We're talking a 3-year contract worth $1.5 million, which would be the dynamic outside back at the club through the end of 2028 NRL season. Now, if that doesn't get you freaking pumped, I don't know what else does, because that is showing that, hey, we are willing to throw some serious cash money at the people who deserve it and the people who want to be here. Terrell wants to be here. Taylor wants to be here. We're talking $500,000 a year roughly for the next 3 years. That's huge money. That's money that, you don't back away from. And that's a kind of deal that you see and you're like, okay, the Tigers have been in kind of this rebuild stage for a lot of years, kind of been the butt of the joke for many more years. So what if I stayed? What if I know it's only 3 years, but what if I stayed? What if I got that premiership? What if I got 2 premierships? Heck, what if I got 3 premierships with Jerome Luai, Api Korosai, even Makasini coming through? Like, these are the guys that are going to be leading us to victory, leading us to that promised land. And so for $1.5 million, I don't see a world where he says no. I see a world where he says abso-freaking-lutely. Like, that is honestly what I am seeing. So I want to know your thoughts. Is that not enough? Is that too much? I was happy paying anywhere from $500,000 to $700,000 a year from him, but my main concern was, how can we lock him in longer term? My biggest concern seeing this is 3 years, sure, is a long time, but is it really in the grand scheme of things? Why couldn't it be in a 4 or 5 year deal? It's an extra couple years that we have that solidity, we have that option, just to know that what we have is like solidified in writing, in set in stone, that, hey, we have this outside back until 2029 or 2030, things like that. But honestly, 3 years is a long time. So much can happen within that period of time. And so I'm so pumped to see him step into that. And again, I don't see a world where he does not say no. Like that, it just doesn't make sense to me if he were to turn that down, especially just with everything the media has thrown at him this past couple years. Like, that's where the West Tigers have found something in him. They see and believe something in him, and that's second chance, baby. That is, he is willing and able and ready to take it on. So just a quick brief overview of his stats. You know that he's played about 6 games for us this season, being 7 on the weekend. He scored 4 tries, and my goodness, on his debut game for the Tigers, he went over that line and he set up tries. Like, he knows what is going on. He's had 3 try assists already, 34 tackle breaks with 6 line breaks. Like, that is just a true testament to his ability to read the defensive line and to run and to pass and to be team first, right? And that's what it's all about. It's about team and family first. Having his brother there, we all know his debut try came off of Taylan May. That was so freaking exciting. Like, that just made me so bloody pumped for what is to come of those two. But also, like, him and Jarrell Skelton, that chemistry, that can't be taught. That's just natural ability, natural skill, just intuition on how to pass that ball and when to pass that ball and when to go for it, right? So freaking pumped on that. And his numbers, honestly, speak to what he is. And that is someone who runs hard and knows how to, get through tackles and break lines, and we see that time in and time out. Passing 113 receipts, and that is a lot for a center that's out on that edge, right? When you think about 6 games, and he's already passed it 113 times, either back in or back out. We know we saw the flick pass in there as well. That was magnificent, absolutely beautiful. But this is where I think he really shines, and that is his defense. And now, When we look at Taylan May, we know he is the engine of the team when it comes to defense, right? Like, he's the kind of guy that you rely on week in and week out, and so is his brother Taylan. Now, Taylan has made 75 tackles this season for a 90.4%, tackle efficiency rate. And when you look at that in the bigger picture, only missing 8 tackles in 6 games is just absolutely mighty. Like, that is crazy. That's what we need, that kind of effort from the whole team. So when we look at kind of the overarching picture, when we see people like Stafford Toa, we see people like Jarrell Skelton, we see people like Taylan May, the Faianu brothers, all 3 of them, we're all in those high 80s, low 90 tackle efficiency rates, and that is what's going to set us apart from other teams, but also from past West Tigers teams. I feel like defensively, seasons before this, we've been really just out of whack when it comes to our defense. But this year, something has changed from the get-go. Despite the men who shall remain nameless leaving and all of that, we definitely lost Clemmer. We lost Justin Olam, which was an absolute huge hole we had to fill. And I believe, Taylan May, that duo, the Faianu brothers, are filling the gaps, and we have the money there. So we've lost a fair few people this year, and so Talon De Silva, even there's just so many people we can name off from the last couple of years that we've lost. And so seeing us finally throw good money, throwing good years at someone like Taylan May just makes my heart so happy as a Tigers fan. And we saw that with the men who shall remain nameless. We were so in and bought in on that bloke. We were throwing huge money at him. We were throwing big years at him, and he still walked away. And that's what we needed. We needed to know, are you in or are you out? And Taylan May is in 100%. So Tigers fans, how are we feeling about him joining? We also know that his running meters are huge. This is another part of his secret sauce. Is just the overall trinity when it comes to footy. He's got the attack, he's got the defense, and more importantly, he's got the heart and effort, right? And so seeing 763 running meters from someone who's only played 6 games is huge. Just more meters than some front rowers will get in a whole friggin' season. That is just absolutely huge. I'm not trying to compare apples or oranges, but just put into comparison, this guy is running so much. I don't know what else to say other than he is the guy for the job. And when we look at someone like Stafford Toa, who is, I think, stepping into his potential, Taylan May is already there, and to have him next to Jarrell Skelton is just honestly amazing. When we look at Stafford Toa's numbers, we're seeing 1,900 running meters this season, but he's also played 2.5 times more games. He's only scored 9 tries. Same thing, tackle efficiency of 90%. This is what we're looking for when it comes to our guys. We're looking for these big numbers, these big tackle efficiencies, these big running meters, these guys that can break that line, can run, can get the ball off. This is what we need. So I know I'm talking in circles, but it's just my passion, man. I'm so pumped on this deal. The fact that we're even talking about it, I thought we would have seen this at least a week or 2 ago, but hey, we're here, and I'm not complaining. I'm so pumped. So what would you do if you were Taylan May? 1, are you accepting? Are you negotiating? What are you doing with all of this? And number 2, do you think this is the right move for the West Tigers? Let me know in the comments. I'm all sold out for this bloke. I am so bought in for him, and it's going to be a great bloody 2026 season, baby.